Here we are at Caherlag this afternoon for Courcey Rovers versus Glanworth in the County Minor B hurling final to be refereed by Donald Fleming from Blackrock. The team's lining out now, waiting for the referee to throw in the ball. Lining out for Courcey Rovers today we have in goal David Hurley, cornerback Brendan Downing, fullback Kevin Dealey, cornerback Seamus O'Callaghan, right half-back Kieran Coughlin, centre-back David Murphy, left half-back Alan O'Mahony, centre-field Killy Maloney and Philip Murphy, half-forward Jason Minahan, centre-forward Terence Collins, John Duggan, other half-forward, corner-forward Michael O'Donovan, full-forward John White, and other corner-forward Stephen McCarthy. Here we have now Courcey Rovers winning a free just after the clash ball to be taken here now by Michael O'Donovan from around 65 yards out. Michael strikes the ball in over the bar, and the opening score point to Courcey Rovers, taken there by Michael O'Donovan on a free from roughly around the 65-yard mark. The ball being pucked out now by the Glanworth goalkeeper, taken by the Glanworth centre back, striking up the field in towards his forwards, blocked out by, taken there now by David Murphy. David Murphy loses the ball again, it's being gone out for a line ball, and it's a Courcey Rover line ball. Line ball now been taken by David Murphy up the field, up towards Terence Collins. Terence Collins trying to pick the ball, striking on the ground now, being hit by the Glanworth number 5 and doubled down by the number 9 in the air, up towards his number 10. He drops the ball under pressure from the Courcey centre field. The ball tapped up here again towards the Courcey half forward line, winning a free in the process, and a free in Courcey Rovers again from around the 65-yard mark. Alan O'Mahony taking this free in now. He lifts and strikes the ball in around the goal area, and it's a free out to Glanworth for somebody being in the square as the ball floated in around the goal area. So the full back now for Glanworth taking this free out. The free taken there now out around the Courcey half forward line. It's the Glanworth number 6 strike, hooked by Terence Collins, but number 6 gains possession again and strikes it out towards his corner forward, number 15, running, being hotly pursued by Seamus O'Callaghan. Number 15 has the ball and is dispossessed by Seamus O'Callaghan, but number 15 again has the ball. Seamus O'Callaghan very tight marking there, but number 15 gets away from him and strikes it in. And it's the Glanworth number 12 now in possession of the ball, looking dangerous, and he strikes the ball over the bar for Glanworth's first score. So the score at the moment, 1 point apiece to Courceys and Glanworth. The goal puck being taken out now by number 1, David Hurley, and it's being struck up the field by Glanworth. Onto it is the Glanworth number 13 out here by the sideline. He strikes it in towards the full forward, and it's the Glanworth number 10 has the ball now, and he strikes the ball and he puts it out to the right and wide. Puck out now again being taken by David Hurley, striking out here out towards Killian Maloney. Killian Maloney and Philip Murphy now onto number 9. He tries to kick it but fails. And it's the number 11 for Glanworth who strikes the ball in towards his full forward line, but the full forward being fouled in the process by Kevin Deely, winning Glanworth a free in. Free been taken here now by Glanworth. He strikes the ball right between the bars. So that is another point for Glanworth. So Glanworth 2 points, the Courcey Rovers 1 point. Ball being pucked out here now out towards Killian Maloney. Killian Maloney on the ball now, kicked up towards number 7, Alan O'Mahony. And it's Glanworth in possession of the ball now. And Courcey is winning a free up the field in the process. David Murphy standing over this ball now for a free in for Courceys. David strikes the ball in around the forward line. Michael O'Donovan is onto the ball. He pulls on the ground in towards the goal area, but it's the Glanworth fullback who has the ball, and he clears it out the field up here towards the sideline, and the ball is on the line, not gone yet. And it is David Murphy in possession of the ball now as he solos up the field, hotly pursued by the Glanworth number 11. David Murphy still in possession of the ball, and a free to Glanworth in the process of that one. David Murphy fouling the ball, so free up the field for Glanworth to be taken down by the Glanworth centre back, number 6. Free being taken here now by the Glanworth centre back, struck up the field. And it's the Glanworth centre forward who comes away with the ball, and he strikes the ball in around the goal area, but it's Kevin Deely catches the ball and he hits it out. Number 9 for Glanworth now coming onto the ball, he loses it, and the ball is taken from him by number 8 Philip Murphy. Glanworth still in possession of the ball. Ball on the ground now. Number 12 for Glanworth coming away with the ball, but the ball now falling to Kieran Coughlin. Kieran Coughlin on the ball now. Throw-in ball now being taken, and the ball comes up the field up here towards Courceys. The ball being struck up the field here. Pulled down by John White, but it's the Glanworth back is coming away with it, pulls it up the field up here up towards number 11 Terence Collins. Going on to the ball now we have Michael O'Donovan who featured prominently in the Courceys Junior A county final, scoring 2 goals and a point in the process, so we'll be looking to him again today to see can he get a score on the board for us. Throw ball here now, Michael Donovan in for the clash. The ball on the ground and the ball out over the line for a Courcey ball. John Duggan taking this sideline ball now. Cuts it in around to the forwards, over to the corner forward, Stephen McCarthy. It's the Glanworth full back who clears the ball up the field, and it's their number 10 and number 5 running onto the ball. The Glanworth number 10 failing to pick the ball. He's being pursued by John Duggan but fouled in the process, and Glanworth winning a free. The Glanworth centre back taking the free now, striking it up the field. And it's David Murphy with the ball now, picking the ball, hotly pursued by number 10 and number 11 for Glanworth, and David pulls in the ball up the field, up towards centre forward Terence Collins. Terence quickly lets in the ball in towards Michael O'Donovan. He fails to collect, and it's still in around the forward line. Michael O'Donovan picking the ball now, but it's still on the ground. The ball being cleared out by the Glanworth backs, and they clear it up the field up towards our half forward line. Coming onto the ball now we have number 7 for Courcey Rovers, Alan O'Mahony. Alan O'Mahony is Killian Maloney with the ball now, but blocked down by the Glanworth players, and it's Glanworth who have the ball in possession now, but fouled, and a free up the field to Glanworth. Free now being taken by the Glanworth number 12 as he steadies himself. He lifts and strikes the ball, and the ball goes out to the right and wide. 2 wides for Glanworth now in this first half, and the score standing at Glanworth 2 points, Courcey Rovers 1 point in this Minor B county final being played here in Caherlag. Ball pucked out now again by David Hurley, and the ball is won by the Glanworth centre back number 6, soloing up the field, hotly pursued by Terence Collins, and the centre back leaves the ball in and gets a fine score from the right hand side of the pitch over the bar to make the score now in Glanworth 3 points, Courcey Rovers 1 point. Philip Murphy collects this ball now straight from the puck out, but is dispossessed by 2 Glanworth players. Philip Murphy pulls in the ball again. Philip still in possession of the ball, but he loses it and is being marked by 3 Glanworth players. The ball around the ground here, but the referee blows the whistle. The referee asking for the ball now for a throw-in ball with Killian Maloney and the Glanworth centre back. Referee drops the ball and Killian Maloney pulls in the ball, but the ball is collected by the Glanworth number 8. He drops it again, and the referee yet again blows his whistle for another throw ball. Now the ball collected by the Glanworth number 9, and the referee blows the whistle and gives a free into Courcey Rovers, deeming the Glanworth player to be travelling with the ball. David Murphy standing over this free now. The referee blows his whistle and David lifts and strikes the ball. And a mighty fine score over the bar for another point for Courcey Rovers. That's 2 points from frees to Glanworth's 3 points. The ball pucked out here now, and it's the Glanworth centre forward who breaks down the ball, and he's onto it again himself. He hits it up the field in towards his full forward line, but it is Seamus O'Callaghan who comes out and pulls in the ball, but it's connected on by the Glanworth number 8, driving it back up the field. But it's Kieran Coughlin who picks this ball and clears it back up the field, up towards Michael O'Donovan. Terence Collins now being beaten there by the Glanworth centre-back, who hits the ball out towards our own centre-back, David Murphy. David Murphy collects the ball, also another player who featured in the recent victory by Courcey Rovers in the Junior A county final. The ball's in around the Courcey full forward line now. And it's another free into Courcey's here from a scoreable position again around the 13-yard line. Michael O'Donovan now lining up to take this free in. Michael strikes the ball. And the ball is deemed to be wide out to the left hand side and wide. Now the ball being collected here by the Glanworth player, number 9, soloing out the field here, and he strikes the ball in towards his half forward. And the ball being collected by the Glanworth half forward, number 10. He drops the ball and he's trying to pick it up again. He's hotly pursued by 2 Courcey players. He's hooked, but yes, he's still in possession of the ball. He loses possession of the ball. Hand passes it out to his number 12, and his number 12 is fouled. So free into Glanworth. Number 12 now taking a free again in almost the same position from the last one that he took, and that resulted in a score. And yet again he scores from this free. So the score at the moment, Glanworth 4 points, Courcey Rovers 2 points. Puck out now over the far side of the field, and as Courcey's come away with the ball. David Murphy picks the ball, turns onto his left side and strikes it up the field, up towards John White, but it's the Glanworth full-back who clears the ball back up the field to the centre forward for Glanworth, but straight into the hands of the Courcey player who hits it up the field, blocked down by the Glanworth number 7. Glanworth collecting the ball now again, and he's striking the ball up the field, up to number 9, Killian Maloney. Killian collects the ball, and he is deemed to have fouled the ball, and a free in to Glanworth. The Glanworth centre back taking this free in here from roughly around a 65-yard mark. He lifts and strikes the ball. It's a high ball in, and the ball is deemed to be wide out to the left and wide. The ball falling here now up towards Philip Murphy. Philip Murphy kicks the ball ahead of him. He bends to pick it, and being pursued by 3 players, but he strikes it in towards the full forward line in front of the goal, but it's the Glanworth number 5 who collects the ball and clears it out here over the line for line ball into Courceys. John Duggan taking this sideline now. He cuts it back in towards Michael Donovan. Michael has the ball in his hand, and we know when Michael always has the ball in his hand, it results in a goal, and he fails to disappoint. Michael Donovan delivers a goal, the first goal of the game. Courcey Rovers now score 1 goal and 2 points to Glanworth's 4 points. So Courcey's taking the lead for the first time in the game, 5 points to 4 points. The ball being pucked out now out around the Courceys centre field, and the ball is doubled on by Alan O'Mahony up the field to an unmarked number 6 for Glanworth, clearing the ball back up the field quickly in towards his full forward line. The ball breaks out to the left hand side here, and it's quickly onto by the Glanworth number 13. He picks the ball, passes it back out to another Glanworth player, but he breaks his hurley in the process, and it's the number 12 for Glanworth tripped there, and a free in to Glanworth. Number 12 for Glanworth now, standing over this one. Strikes the ball and strikes it over the bar. So the score now, Courcey Rovers 1-2 to Glanworth's 5 points. So all square here in the Minor B County Championship, with the ball being pucked out by David Hurley. Being kicked ahead of himself by the Glanworth player, but he's hooked as he tries to strike it on the ground, and the ball comes up the field up towards David Murphy. David Murphy picks the ball, loses it again, but it's now the Glanworth number 9 on the ball. He tries to turn to give himself room to strike, but fails to do so. He's soloing the ball in, but he is deemed to have fouled the ball, so a free out by the referee, free out to Courcey Rovers on roughly between the full back and the half back line. Alan O'Mahony taking this free now, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle, and he has just done so. Alan lifts and strikes the ball. Mighty fine puck that is, out to the right corner, out towards Michael O'Donovan. Michael collects the ball, he slips, but he's back on his feet with the ball. Hand passes the ball in towards Terence Collins. Terence drops the ball, and it's immediately in around the goal area. We're waiting for the ball to break out, and the ball goes over the line for 65 to Courcey Rovers. Kieran Coughlin standing over the 65 now, and he lifts and strikes it in. And he strikes it right between the posts. Another score for Courceys, taking the lead again. 1-3 to 5 points. The ball pucked out, being batted down there by Killian Maloney, but it's still on the ground. 3 Glanworth players to 2 Courcey players. And it's the Glanworth half-back, number 5, who's trying to break away with the ball, but he's stopped. And it's now the number 10 onto the ball, who strikes the ball in towards their full forward line. And the ball's tipped on towards Kevin Deely. He's blocked down, but he still has the ball, and he tries again. And in the second attempt, he clears it out, but it's the Glanworth number 15 who collects the ball. The ball being picked up there now again by the Courcey full back line, being tripped in the process, and winning a free out to Courceys from the full back line, Seamus O'Callaghan. Alan O'Mahony taking this free out now from the Courcey Rover cornerback position. He strikes it up the field over towards this side of the field here, up towards John Duggan. John Duggan now pursuing the Glanworth back, and he dispossesses him, and the ball runs out over the line for a Courcey Rover ball. Last touching Glanworth player going out over the line. John Duggan now placing this line ball. He cuts a short one, and it's a Glanworth number 7 who comes onto the ball and strikes it up the field. Being batted down here by Kieran Coughlin, pulled on, and as the Glanworth player wins that clash ball, and it's gone up the line and out over the line for a Glanworth ball. Line ball being taken, collected by David Murphy and struck back up the field, up towards Stephen McCarthy. But the ball's been run onto by the Glanworth half-back, blocked down there by Stephen McCarthy. Free up now to Glanworth, being taken by the centre-back number 6, so rather sorry, sideline ball, being struck on, bashed back up the field by a Courcey player. And it's Glanworth number 7 striking the ball, but out over the line for a line ball to Courcey Rovers. This line ball now being taken by Alan O'Mahony. And it's on to by Philip Murphy. Philip puts the ball in towards the full forward line. Michael O'Donovan breaks it down. He bends down to pick it up, rounds his player, and strikes the ball, lovely ball, over the bar for another point for Courceys. So the score now, Courcey Rovers 1-4 to Glanworth's 5 points. Ball being pucked out here now, onto by Philip Murphy. Philip collects the ball. He's being chased by 2 players and he hand passes it out of trouble to number 7, Kieran Coughlin. Kieran drops the ball, but it's still around the area. A number of players now looking for this ball, and it's collected by number 8, Philip Murphy. Philip kicks the ball up the field, up towards number 10, Jason Minahan. But it's Terence Collins who has the ball. Terence collects the ball now, tries to bash it over his head, but fails to do so. But yet Terence comes onto it again. He collects the ball this time and kicks it up the field, up in towards the Courcey full forward line. John White losing his hurley, turning around to pick it up, but the ball is still in around the full forward line. And the referee blows his whistle as we wait for the result of this whistle blowing. The referee now speaking to Michael O'Donovan, and he giving a free out to Glanworth. The free being taken now by the Glanworth full-back. Strikes the ball high up in towards their half-forward line. The ball comes down. And it's Courcey player who's onto the ball now on the far side of the field, Alan O'Mahony. He strikes the ball up this side, up towards Terence Collins. Terence turns but slipping doing so, and it's the Glanworth centre-back who collects the ball and puts it back up the field. And it's the Glanworth number 10 now picking the ball. Has the ball on his hurley, soloing in, and he strikes the ball in towards his full forward line. And the ball is saved on the line by David Hurley and cleared off the line, out of danger out here, but it's the Glanworth number 15 running out to collect the ball. Passes the ball into another player for Glanworth, being hotly pursued by number 4, Seamus O'Callaghan for Courcey Rovers, keeping him out in the wing. Ball being stopped again by Alan O'Mahony. Sliding tackle there by another Courcey player, and the ball gone out over the line and wide. Ball coming out here now, falling under Terence Collins and number 12, Jason Duggan, but the ball going back up the field for Glanworth. Ball being collected now by Glanworth player and hit in towards his full forward line. Being collected by the full forward, trying to make some space for himself, and he turns and strikes the ball over the bar for another score for Glanworth. Courcey is now just 1 point ahead, score 1-4 to 6 points to Glanworth. Ball being collected here now by, trying to be collected by a Courcey player, but a free deemed to be given by the referee to Glanworth, being taken by their free taker here, number 6, their centre back. He picks the ball and strikes it in towards his full forward line. Breaking ball, and it's gone out over the line and wide. Ball being popped out now again by David Hurley between the sticks for Courcey Rovers today in this Minor B County Championship decider between Glanworth and Courcey Rovers. Courcey's first appearance in a Minor B County final. The ball being collected here now by Philip Murphy. The ball struck in towards the half forward line. Jason Minahan. Jason collects the ball, but he loses it again. And the ball's being a clash ball in here around the Courcey Rover full forward line. Oh, Michael Donovan pulling high there. The referee's blown his whistle. Michael's already been ticked off by the referee. And Michael Donovan being given the red card. Big blow to Courcey Rovers, down now to 14 men, without their sharp shooting forward Michael O'Donovan. Almost coming up to half time, so Courceys will have a little bit of work to be doing now. Down to 14 players, while the Glanworth players attending to their injured number 7, Michael O'Donovan walking to the line. Glanworth centre back taking the resulting free now, and he strikes the ball up the field. The ball being collected there now by Killy Maloney, winning a free in the process. Kieran Coughlin taking this free now. Putting the ball in towards the Courcey forwards. Glanworth, number 8, collecting the ball now. He turns and he strikes the ball back up the field. Up here towards David Murphy and Kieran Coughlin. The ball falling to Kieran Coughlin. He tips it slightly out towards Terence Collins, but it's the number 14 for Glanworth who collects the ball and puts it in, blocked out by Kevin Deely. And it's the Courcey backs coming away with the ball again. And another free out again for Courcey Rovers from the full back line. Tensions getting high now in this Minor B County final decider between Glanworth and Courcey Rovers. This free being taken down by Alan O'Mahony. The whistle being blown now for the referee for Alan O'Mahony to take this free out, and he drives it up the field in towards the Courcey forward line, and the ball is tipped on by Terence Collins, being blocked again. John O'Mahony with John O Johnny White with the ball in front of the goal. It's being cleared out by the Glanworth centre back. He tips the ball onto his hurley, brings it out here to the wing. Drives it out to field, only out as far as Courcey number 12, who lets in a quick ball back in again to John White. John White is blocked down in front of goal, and the ball is cleared out by the Glanworth backline out here for a sideline ball on this side here. Sideline ball into Courcey Rovers. Philip Murphy taking this one now. Tipped by the Glanworth player, but only out towards John Duggan. John tips it back for Philip Murphy, giving it back into a 50-50 situation, but Philip being fouled in the process, and a free end being given to Courcey Rovers. Killian Maloney now stepping up to take this one. Also on the panel for the Junior A county final played on November the 11th in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, in which Courceys were victorious. We wait now for the referee to blow the whistle. Almost half time as Killian places the ball for this free in. He lifts and strikes the ball, and he strikes it over the bar for another point to Courcey Rovers. All Courcey's points today coming from frees, all 5 of them. So the score now, Courcey Rovers 1 goal and 5 points to Glanworth's 6 points. So 2 points in the difference here as the referee blows the whistle for half time. Courcey Rovers going in 1 player down, so coming out in the second half with it all to do. 14 players to Glanworth's 15, and half time here in this Minor B county final between Courcey Rovers and Glanworth. The score, Courcey Rovers 1 goal and 5 points to Glanworth's 6 points. Referee Donald Fleming now throwing in the ball to restart the second half of this Minor B County Championship final between Courcey Rovers and Glanworth. The ball being won by Glanworth up the field, up towards his half forward line, being pulled on by John Duggan, but it's David Murphy, number 6, who's following the ball out towards the line. But it's Glanworth to come away with the ball, kicking the ball ahead of him. And it's Glanworth player who picks it, drops it, but drops it into the path of David Murphy. David Murphy clears the ball up the field, up towards the line. Being collected here now by half-back for Glanworth, number 5. He blocked down by number 12 for Courcey's John Duggan. Ball being struck now by Philip Murphy, but the referee blowing his whistle. And it's a free up the field being struck by Philip Murphy up towards the Glanworth back, who pats it down to his number 7, collects the ball and clears it up the field, up towards Philip Murphy. Philip solos the ball across the field, strikes the ball up in towards the half forward line, running onto it now Terence Collins. But it's 13, being followed by number 7 for Courceys, Kieran Coughlin. Number 14, Glanworth players his full forward line. The ball running in, but it's Courceys' two backs inside to collect, and soling out the field here now. We have Sean O'Callaghan. Sean clears it up the field, up towards Glanworth number 5, pulls in the ball, but it's Alan O'Mahony now who's in pursuit of the Glanworth number 10. Strikes the ball a little bit in towards his full forward line, but a free out being won in the process by Courceys, by Seamus O'Callaghan, and this free being taken back. Alan striking the ball down the line, down towards John Duggan. It's a Glanworth number 5 collects, being hotly pursued by number 9 for Courcey Rovers, Killian Maloney, but it's number 10, Jason Minahan, who is coming away with the ball, passes a lovely ball out towards number 14, John White. John collects the ball, strikes the ball, and the ball goes over the bar for a point. First point of the second half, putting Courceys now 3 points ahead of Glanworth, 1-6 to 6 points. The ball being pucked out now again. It's number 6 for Courceys, David Murphy. Tips the ball up ahead in towards Jason Minahan, but it's the Glanworth back who collects the ball. He strikes it up the field, up towards David Murphy, but the ball bounces out of his hand behind him, but he turns around, and as David kicks the ball here towards Killian Maloney, I think it is, he hand passes the ball, Killian, back to number 7, Kieran Coughlin for Courceys. He overruns the ball, and it's a Glanworth back who picks the ball and strikes it up the field, up towards number 15, his full forward, but it's batted out of his hand. All players running in towards the goal, the ball being left behind and being collected by number 10, who strikes the ball from a score position wide. The score now 1-6 to Courcey Rovers, 6 points to Glanworth. This is the second half of the Minor B County Championship. David Hurley with the ball between the posts, waiting on the puck out. But Glanworth making a substitution here. So we're waiting on substitution number 16 here coming into position, corner forward. David Hurley now pucking out the ball. Striking the ball up towards the right wing of the field, being collected by, being passed back in towards Killian Maloney. Killian fails to pick the ball, being pursued by 3 Glanworth backs. Number 7 for Glanworth coming away with the ball, but it's Courcey's John Duggan and Terence Collins who come away with the ball, being tipped away from his path by the Glanworth back, being hooked there by Killian Maloney, the Glanworth players. He tries to clear the ball, and in the process of all that, Courcey's win a free in. Killian placing the ball here now from inside the 65-yard mark. It's about 50 yards out. Killian lifts the ball and strikes it, and he strikes the ball out to the left and wide. Ball being pucked out here now, up this side of the wing, being batted down by Philip Murphy, but it goes behind and is collected by David Murphy, number 6 for Courceys. David bends and picks the ball, strikes it on his weaker side in towards the forward line. Nobody coming onto it, so the goalie comes out to collect it, and he has done, hitting it back up the field here. Running onto it, we have Killian Maloney and Terence Collins. Stephen McCarthy also in the fray here, but it's David Murphy who clears the ball from the path of the Glanworth player and strikes a mighty high ball in towards the full forward line, and it's the full back collects in his hand but drops it behind him, and it's the goalkeeper out to pick the ball, but it's out here, out around the wing. The goalie in the middle of this action here, and he kicks the ball out over the line for a 65. Umpire signalling a 65 to Courcey Rovers. David Murphy taking the 65 now. He strikes the ball, going away to the right, but still in play in front of the goals. There's a melee around the goal. We can't really see who's collecting the ball. but it's pulled on in towards a goal, and it's a goal for Courceys. Courceys' second goal of the game. Jason Minahan scoring great goal there for Courceys, pulled lovely on the ground into the back of the net to put Courceys further ahead. 2-goal lead opening up here now between Courceys and Glanworth. The score: Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 6 points to Glanworth 6 points. Glanworth failing to score yet in the second half. Courceys after scoring 1-1 in the second half despite being one man down. The ball being collected here now by Glanworth players, striking the ball in towards his forward line, but it's Kevin Deely falling to the ground trying to scrape the ball out, but it's being collected by the Glanworth player. He twists and turns and strikes it in. Their substitute strikes it in towards the left, and the ball is left to go wide, but it's David Hurley out of his goal. A tackle on the Glanworth forward. Courcey player Seamus O'Callaghan being tended to there, but he's back on his feet, and we're now waiting for the referee to blow the whistle for this Glanworth 65 to be taken. It's being taken and the ball's being sent in, and it's out to the right hand side and wide. Glanworth failing to open their scoring here in the second half of this Minor B County Championship final decider between Courcey Rovers and Glanworth. The score at the moment: Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 6 points to Glanworth 6 points. David Hurley now pucking out the ball. The ball coming out here towards the centre field, falling onto Killian Maloney. Killian stoops to pick it, and he tips the ball in his Hurley, gets around the centre back and is fouled in the process, winning a free into Courceys. This free being taken down by Alan O'Mahony, number 5 for Courcey Rovers. Alan taking this free and now driving in a great high ball in towards the forward line, trying to be caught there by David Murphy, who bounces out of his hand, and it's his opposite number 6 who has the ball but is fouled and wins a free for Glanworth in the process. Free being taken quickly now by Glanworth. Big high ball being driven in towards their full forward line. Under the ball we have David Murphy for Courcey Rovers, but it's the number 10 for Glanworth who collects to stick the ball over the bar to get their first score of the second half, a point. The score now 7 points to Glanworth, Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 6 points. Ball being poked out here now. Under the ball we have 2 Glanworth players to David Murphy. It's Killian Maloney comes out, collects this ball here, goes past the Glanworth number 5 but wins another free as he makes his way up the field, pucking the ball on, oblivious to the referee after blowing the whistle. The ball have to come back for this free to be taken here around the sideline area here. Free into Courcey Rovers. David Murphy standing over this free now, behind the 65-yard line. David strikes the ball in towards the left corner as the Glanworth back bats it down. And he clears it out to field, out towards Killian Maloney, but the ball goes past him, and it is Philip Murphy who's onto the ball, yet again winning another free. Anytime Courceys try and make an attack from the centre field line, they're being fouled, so we have another free in here to Courcey Rovers. Killian Maloney now taking this free. He strikes the ball high, off the post and back out to the line, being struck on by the Courcey corner forward and being struck out for a 65 off the Glanworth back. Kieran Coughlin striking this 65 now in around the full forward line, being batted down, but it's a Glanworth back coming away with the ball, tips it on as Hurley, strikes it out but only doing so a little bit. Running onto it is John Duggan for Courcey Rovers. John collects the ball, tips it on as Hurley, number 10 strikes the ball up high, the ball sailing up high and over the bar. Another score for Courcey Rovers. That score, number 10 Jason Minahan. Score now in Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 7 points to Glanworth 7 points. So a 2-goal lead opening up here again between Courceys and Glanworth in this Minor B County Championship decider. A free up to Glanworth now around the centre of the pitch, and it's their centre back taking this free in. He lifts and strikes the ball in towards his full forward line. The ball sailing in. Oh, the ball tipped by the Glanworth forward. Freak goal there. Unlucky for David Hurley as the Glanworth player stretched up, the ball coming off the bottom of his Hurley into the corner of the net to make it now Glanworth 1 goal and 7 points, Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 7 points. So just a goal lead between the teams here now as David Hurley plucks the ball back out again. The ball being batted on by the Glanworth back straight into the path of David Murphy. David Murphy collects, he's blocked down but it falls in his direction again. David fails to pick, he pulls again. But it's the Glanworth number 5 who's onto the ball. It's now their Glanworth number 8. Picks and strikes the ball, half blocked down as it makes its way in. Kevin Deely tipping the ball back out. And the ball's gone back in again. It's number 2 collecting for Courcey Rovers now, Brendan Downing. Brendan soling out towards the wing, hits the ball up the wing, up towards number 12 for Courcey Rovers, John Duggan. The ball's on the ground and John has it picked up. And he is soloing ahead of the Glanworth players. He's dispossessed again and is knocked over. Surely a free there, referee, but play goes on. Glanworth players in possession of the ball now. He's blocked down by Killian Maloney. 3 Courcey players around the ball now, and the ball falls to Terence Collins. Terence collects the ball but is fouled in the process and wins a free into Courcey Rovers from around the centre of the field. Tensions running high now in this gallant Minor B Championship final in the second half. The score standing Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 7 points to Glanworth's 1 goal and 7 points. On the ground now for Courcey Rovers, number 11 Terence Collins, being tended to by Liam Coughlin, the Courcey Rovers team doctor. Terence now back on his feet to the huge applause of the Courcey following here on the sideline. A free into Courcey's now being taken by Kieran Coughlin, nearly instructing him from the sideline as to what the plan of action is for this free. This free being taken from the Glanworth 65-yard line, so this will be a long way out. Long range free for Kieran to be taken now as he lifts and strikes the ball. He strikes it in towards the forward line. Up for it is number 11 Terence Collins, but it bounces out of his hand and it's going out the wing, trying to be picked by the Glanworth back. But as he falls over it, another back comes out to pick it into the path of Kieran Coughlin again. Kieran kicks it ahead of himself. And now onto it we have number 12 for Courcey's John Duggan, but it's Terence Collins who strikes in that ball now. Being collected now by Glanworth back here, under pressure from Jason Minahan, but at the back comes away with the ball and he's hooked by Terence Collins, who gains possession. He tips it on the hurley, but it's been kept outside. He hand passes it back out here to Killian Maloney, but it bounces out of his hand. He stoops to pick it, but it falls into the path of number 8, Philip Murphy, who strikes it out the field, out towards John White. John White coming out to collect it, but fails to do so, and in the process gives away a free. So free out to Glanworth, who quickly take the free up the field. The ball coming up here now, being picked up by the Glanworth full forward number 14 as he's stolen the ball, being hotly pursued by David Murphy. David, keep him outside so he only gets half a shot on the ball. And the ball struck in again. David Hurley has the ball at his feet, and David picks the ball, clears it out the line. Is half blocked down by the Glanworth number 11, who, when he turns around, hits the ball out over the end line and wide. A relief there for the Courcey backline, as from that quick free puck the ball was ending up at the feet of David Hurley between the goals, making a save there with the ball back in his hand for this puck out. David pucks the ball back up the field now. Under it, we have number 12 for Courcey's John Duggan. John following the Glanworth player, who leaves the ball back in towards his forward line again. It's their number 13, fails to collect the ball. The ball being taken out the wing now, and a free being given away there by number 4 for Courcey Rovers, Seamus O'Callaghan. So free into Glanworth from around the 30-yard mark. Score still 1-7 to Glanworth, 2-7 to Courcey Rovers, but that might all change with this free being taken here now by Glanworth from around the 30-yard mark, as we wait for the referee to blow his whistle for this free to be taken. Free taker lifts and strikes the ball, and it's over the bar. So 2 points difference now between Courcey's and Glanworth. Glanworth 1 goal and 8 points. Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 7 points. Ball out here now by the sideline. Killian Maloney and number 5 for Courcey's Alan O'Mahony trying to gain possession of the ball, but it's the Glanworth number 8 who comes away with the ball, solos away, hotly pursued by number 9 Killian Maloney and David Murphy, but he still gets in a shot in towards Kevin Deely, bounces off Kevin Turley out towards the wing, but it's the number 5 who collects the ball and tips it. First shot, and unfortunately over the head of David Hurley in the goal to give Glanworth their second goal, putting them now into the lead. Unfortunate there for David Hurley. No fault of his, as we all thought the ball would be sailing over the bar, but unfortunately dips under the bar into the back corner of the net. Courcey is now losing the lead for the first time in this match after they're taking the lead early on in the first half. The score now, Glanworth 2 goals and 8 points, to Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 7 points. Courcey Rovers down a point now, but the ball's back up the field, falling into the path of Killian Maloney. Killian stoops to pick the ball. Oh, Killian is caught by the jersey by the Glanworth back and brought down for a free right in front of the goals here now. Killian Maloney now standing over this free right in front of the post as he stoops to pick the ball, and he strikes it over the bar to leave the sides level. Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 8, Glanworth 2 goals and 8. With roughly 10 minutes remaining in this Minor B County decider, the ball being pucked out by the Glanworth goalie out to unmarked number 7. He fails to collect it, but he does so now and strikes the ball up the field in towards his forward line. The ball trying to be caught by the Glanworth forwards, but it is Kevin Deely who comes away with the ball, clears it back up the field, up towards Killian Maloney, who catches the ball in his hand. Killian bursting through there with the ball. He loses possession, but he's still being hotly followed by the Glanworth back, and the referee is after blowing his whistle. Referee signals for throw-in ball to be taken. Terence Collins in for this clash. The ball is still on the ground now, melee here, but it's the Glanworth back who tries to clear it out for space for himself. The referee blows his whistle. And calling for a Glanworth player who he will be speaking to, but a Courcey player on the ground in need of medical attention from Liam Coughlin, who's making his way towards him now. Number 12 for Glanworth being spoken to by the referee. And number 12 for Glanworth being yellow carded here by the referee. Free into Courceys now being taken by Kieran Coughlin. Kieran striking this one high. And a great point there by Kieran Coughlin. Sails over the bar to give Courceys the lead once again. 2 goals and 9 points to Glanworth's 2 goals and 8 points. Number 10 for Glanworth now striking the ball up towards his forwards here. Falling into the hand of Kevin Deely, but it falls out of it just as quickly again. Kevin pulling on the ball again, but the referee deemed it to be a foul, awarding Glanworth a free in from around the 45-yard line. Ball being placed now by the Glanworth number 12. Taking the free from around the 45-yard line. He stoops and picks the ball, he strikes it, and he strikes the ball over the bar to make the sides level again. Glanworth 2 goals and 9 points, Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 9 points. David pucking out the ball now, out towards the line and out over the sideline, and a sideline ball back into Glanworth being taken by their number 6. Ball being cut in now by the Glanworth number 6, being batted on by number 6 for Courceys, David Murphy, but being cleared up the field by Kevin Deely into the path of Killian Maloney. It rolls past him and there's a few players here looking for possession of the ball now. The referee blows his whistle and it will be a throw-in ball. Referee throws in the ball and it's the Glanworth players trying to pick it, but the ball is still around in a melee here. The referee once again blowing his whistle. Conditions here fairly heavy, so a few throw-in balls being given. It's hard to keep the ball moving in this surface. The ball trying to be moved on here now again. It's Courceys trying to pick it, but it falls again, and it is number 9 for Courceys, Killian Maloney, who moves the ball along on the ground. It's number 7 Glanworth player now who has the ball, who leads in a high ball in towards his forward line, trying to be caught by Kevin Deely, but bounces up in the air. And it is Stephen McCarthy Brendan Downing who pulls that ball out of the back line, but it's the number 14 for Glanworth who strikes the ball in towards David Hurley. David bats the ball out. It's back in again, but he collects this one. And the ball is hit into the side netting and wide. Good goalkeeping there by David Hurley in the goals, batting the ball out, unfortunately into the path of the forward, but back in just as quick, and David blocking again to collect the ball, cleared out the wing and struck on by the Glanworth forward into the side netting. So relief there for the Courcey goalkeeper and back line as David takes the puck out now once again, up here towards the sideline. Up towards Philip Murphy and David Murphy. It's a Glanworth player running onto the ball, overruns the ball, and it's number 8 for Courcey's Philip Murphy who throws himself into that, but it's the Glanworth player who comes away with the ball, and play going on here with the ball coming out over the line to a Courcey ball. Courcey ball there as the Glanworth player referee waiting to clear back the line here now. as Courceys take the line ball, being taken by David Murphy. David takes the sideline up the field, up towards Jason Minahan. The ball is in the possession of number 12 for Courceys, John Duggan. Is dispossessed once again, the referee blowing his whistle for a clash ball here again. Throw ball being given here now. Number 12 for Courceys pulling on the ball in towards the forward line. Running out we have John White. Clash ball going out with the breaking ball being run onto by the Glanworth fullback number 3. He collects the ball and he leaves the ball in towards their forward line. Running onto it now we have Kevin Dealey against Glanworth number 11. Kevin collects the ball, loses it again to a Glanworth player. Glanworth player is in possession of the ball now. Hand passes the ball in towards their number 5. He collects the ball, he tries to strike and he strikes the ball high across the face of the goal and out to the right hand side and wide. The sides all square at the moment. Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 9, Glanworth 2 goals and 9, with roughly 5 to 7 minutes remaining in this Minor B county final. David Hurley plucking out the ball high now out here towards the wing, out towards Philip Murphy. Philip pulls in the ball in the air. The breaking ball is run onto by David Murphy. David collects the ball, strikes it up the field in towards the forward line. Number 11 Terence Collins running onto it. He collects the ball and he drives it in towards the forwards. Inside we have John White, but it's the Glanworth fullback who has the ball. He strikes it out here, out towards Jason Minahan. Jason picks the ball but drops it again. It's the Glanworth player now who's coming on to take possession of the ball, being hotly pursued by Jason Minahan, and the ball is struck up the field by the Glanworth players in towards their forward line, being batted on by the Courcey defence here, back out, trying to be collected by the Glanworth centre forward, but David Murphy, and they're trying to gain possession of the ball. As Glanworth player pulling wildly there. Surely if Michael Donovan had to walk for a wild free pull in the first half, the referee should have seen that one. But the number 16 there fouling the ball for Glanworth and a free out being given. Referee failing to make any acknowledgement there of that wild pull from the Glanworth player. Coming into the fray now we have Garrod Quinn. As a free being taken here by Alan O'Mahony, a low one in towards John Duggan. John being tackled here by 2 players, but yet he'll still gain possession. Number Terence Collins in to help him out now. Terence gained possession. He hand passes ahead of himself into the path of the Glanworth player. Terence giving himself a bit of work to do, but it's the Glanworth back who comes away, strikes on the ball on the ground, strikes up the field up towards cornerback Brendan Downing, but the ball is given out over the line for a Courcey ball. 1 Courcey player down here in the pitch. Number 12 for Courcey Rovers, John Duggan, down on the pitch here. Number 12, John Duggan, back on his feet again, as I'm being told here. Time is up. However much more the referee will play now, that'll be his discretion, as we'll wait for the final whistle to be blown. But the scores all square here, 2-9 Courcey Rovers, 2-9 Glanworth. As the sideline ball being taken up the field here by Courceys. Onto it we had Killian Maloney, but the ball's breaking for the Glanworth players. But in hot pursuit we have number 11 Terence Collins in possession of the ball now. Terence being fouled and a free in being given to Courceys from around the 65-yard line. The referee signalling the ball is to be given 10 yards further for the sent from the Glanworth players. So this free being given 10 yards further, and Kieran Coughlin, the free taker now, lining up to take this. As I said, time is up, so whatever more will be played now will be at the referee's discretion. Hopefully he won't play too much more if Kieran can put this one over the bar. Kieran lifts the ball now, strikes it in low and hard in towards the goal area, but it's the Glanworth back I see coming out, breaking out with the ball, the full back. However, he fails to clear it. Strikes at the ball coming on to number 12, John Duggan now strikes great ball back in towards the goal area again, but that's been collected once again by the Glanworth back. Striking out to field out towards the number 12. Philip Murphy out here now following this Glanworth player. He strikes the ball back up the field and towards his own forward line. Kevin Deely now trying to collect this one. Courcey backs under small bit of pressure, breaks onto a Glanworth player, touches it on the ground, he fails to keep it in his hand, being picked up now by the number 10, strikes the ball over the bar for a point from the Glanworth number 10, giving them a 1 point lead with time up. Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 9, Glanworth 2 goals and 10 as the ball is quickly pucked out here out towards David Murphy. David Murphy collects the ball. David Murphy puts the ball on his stick and solos up the field past 2 Glanworth players. He strikes a mighty high ball in towards the forward line. Tension's high now. Glanworth collect the ball and strike it back out the field again as the referee signals time is up. Unfortunate for Courcey Rovers here to lose by 1 point in the last puck of the game. Courcey Rovers 2 goals and 9 points. Glanworth 2 goals and 10 points. Courcey Rovers unfortunate to go down in this gallant final between Courcey Rovers and Glanworth.